Hi guys, I'm really just making a very quick video today just to check in and say that I hope that you're all keeping safe and well in these crazy times. I have not had a chance to come up with a topic for this video, but I did just want to check in with you to let you know that I'm okay, and just to put across my concern for all of you, and that I hope that you're all doing what you can to stay safe and keep everyone around you in your community safe, and also that I hope that you are looking after your mental health and all of that, because that's really important during crises like this as well. Obviously, I mean, all the obvious things that everyone is kind of talking about right now. I'm not going to go into that too much because I'm sure that you are listening to people talk about everything ad nauseum, and you definitely don't necessarily need to be hearing any more about that from me. But yeah, I just wanted to check in and say that I'm doing fine, and my family is doing fine. I definitely have been impacted in terms of my mental health by all of this. I do suffer from anxiety, and obviously that's kind of kicked in a bit. But in terms of day-to-day life, being, social distancing really hasn't impacted my current situation, because my entire plan for the next 2 months anyway was really just to hold myself up and work on my PhD at pretty much dawn till dusk, and that is what I have been doing. It's just that with the added kind of anxiety and stress and changeableness, that's what's led to me yet again not really having the time to think about a video and to come up with a topic and have the headspace to really kind of do that properly. I decided to come down to Kerry early, so I'm in Kerry right now, which you might be able to tell by the background if you're keeping a keen eye on the backgrounds and noting what the different rooms look like that I tend to spend time in. I came down to Kerry early. I was going to come down after the equinox, and I decided to come down early because I still don't have my driver's license, which is a source of constant frustration. I don't have the time right now to deal with it and get it sorted out. I really wish that I had, because it would have made life so much easier right now. And my mother was up in Dublin and she was driving. We decided she would drive back down to Kerry rather than taking the train, because she usually goes up and down on the train, and I decided to come with her rather than risk the train, especially because I didn't even know if the trains would be running normally or whatever. So I'm settled down in Kerry for now, and I'm just basically taking it one day at a time, and in a few weeks time I'm probably going to go back up to Dublin and just figure out from there what the best thing is for me at this point. I might be spending a lot of time down in Kerry over the next few months. It just depends how things pan out. So I am unexpectedly down here, and I'm unexpectedly down here for the equinox, which I am a little bit disappointed about. I'm not going to lie, that was the biggest factor for me in deciding to come down here early, was that I was really looking forward to doing ritual at my new altar space, because I've only had a chance to do a handful of rituals at my altar space, and I've been really happy with it. I've been really happy with changing up that altar at each Sabbath, and I was really looking forward to changing up the altar cloth and making it kind of more spring-like and so on. And unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do any of that until I go back up to Dublin, and it was just an unfortunate decision that I had to make. But I do have an altar space down here. It's not ideal. It's out in a shed in the garden. I'm probably going to have to get wrapped up against the cold when I go out to do my ritual and so on, and the altar space is pretty basic, but I brought a few things down with me, and I'm hoping that it will be a meaningful time anyway. I do always enjoy being in Kerry for the Sabbaths, to be honest. I have celebrated a few down here, especially midsummer, because my dad's birthday is the day after midsummer usually. So I have spent quite a few midsummers here. It's not that I need a specific altar or specific things or anything in order to be able to celebrate this time, in order to be able to celebrate a Sabbath, and in order to be able to do ritual. I can definitely do that wherever I am, and I am very lucky down here that I actually do have a private space, and that I can actually construct an altar that will feel in some way, spring equinox to me. It's just, when your plans go awry, it's a little bit, you have to kind of recalibrate, and I had expected over the next few years to really prioritise being in Dublin every time there was a Sabbath, so that I could actually be at the same altar and really kind of spend time building up that altar and connecting with it and so on. But you know what, I can change up the altar when I get home. That's okay. That is absolutely fine. So I think, seeing as I am down in Kerry, I'm probably going to be trying to spend a bit more time outside. around the time that I maybe would manage to do in Dublin. Like I might go for a specific walk or something in order to celebrate the day and try to make use of the fact that I am in a place where there's a lot of nature around, where there are a lot of very beautiful walks and so on. Not that I don't have beautiful walks to do in Dublin, I definitely do, but you know, there's more of that down here. And yeah, I am definitely going to take a day off, I think, on the equinox itself. A day off work completely, because I haven't taken a day off in a few days, not since we travelled down. And yeah, just give myself a chance to make the most of being here for this. And you know, I would have been actually travelling on the day if I was in Dublin. I would have actually been travelling on the day of the equinox to Kerry, so I wouldn't have gotten the chance to get that kind of day off and to kind of do something nice. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I might even take my camera with me and shoot a bit of footage, and I will make a video about the equinox next week. And yeah, and that's pretty much guarantee. I will actually make sure that I take the time out over the weekend after the equinox to kind of give you my thoughts on it and share a little bit of footage if I actually do that. So yeah, I'm not going to go into too much detail on the equinox here in this video. The feedback that I got on the last Sabbath video was that you did prefer, you did agree with me that it makes more sense for me to make a video about it after the fact and give my experiences and thoughts after the fact rather than make it the week before. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, apart from that, I just want to maybe check in a little bit about, you know, how things are going with me and so on. I don't really have a lot to offer in terms of the spirituality stuff. As I said in last week's video, I have kind of been focusing a bit more, ironically, been focusing a bit more on my interactions with other people rather than on an inward facing spiritual journey right now. And that might be about to change because I won't have the opportunity to spend in-person time with people. I might actually get more of an opportunity in the coming months to actually kind of go within and have a more inward facing, classically spiritual kind of spiritual practice, rather than focusing so much as I have been on cultivating relationships, especially face to face. On the bright side, I think I'm probably going to end up Skyping my friends in Edinburgh a lot more because, you know, if they're not hanging out with people so much in person, then they're going to want to Skype, and that's going to be a nice opportunity to keep in touch with them a bit more than usual as well. But yeah, I am hoping that I might have a chance in the coming months to actually look a little bit more at my actual practice again in a way that maybe I haven't been focusing on so much. But that being said, primarily right now, as I said, my focus is on the PhD. It is coming together. That is the update. Basically, I am on chapter 6 of 8, and once chapter 6 is done, I'm hoping I'm going to have a draft of it done today. Chapter 7 is very almost done, and then chapter 8 is going to take a bit more work. So essentially I have 7 out of the 8 chapters almost drafted, and I think in a few weeks time I'm going to have the full thing fully drafted, and then I just have to go back and tweak and make some edits that I was suggested by my supervisors before I have a full kind of final first draft to give to them for feedback. And then, you know, it'll just be whatever they want me to do and change and go back on before I can actually submit the thing. So it's really starting to feel real. It's really starting to feel like, oh, I can actually see how this is progressing. I can start to see what my argument, how my argument is really coming together, and that's really exciting. It is really tough. It's very frustrating. I mean, I'm saying now that it's feeling like it's coming together. A week ago, I was literally crying over it and, you know, kind of yelling at the screen kind of levels of frustration. So for anyone who's going through this process, like, yeah, I definitely feel like this is very normal. It's a very normal part of doing a PhD, of really finishing any kind of project of this length and of this size. It really is a massive undertaking, and I think a certain amount of frustration and just difficulty in life when finishing it is normal. And I'm definitely not putting myself under pressure to get other things done, like to focus a lot on my spirituality or to focus on really anything else in my life apart from entertainment stuff, to just kind of switch off. So yeah, like I kind of give myself time off and do whatever it is that I most feel like I need to do in that time, whether that's watch Netflix, whether it's play a computer game, whether it's go for a walk or chat to someone, Skype with someone, you know. I'm definitely not trying to be productive in my downtime, and I would very much recommend to anyone who's undertaking this kind of level of project that if that's what you need to do, if you just need to put every single ounce of productivity that you have into that project for a while, like it is normal. It is how I think it has to go a lot of the time for most people, so I'm okay with that. So that's pretty much my life right now, but I am really, really excited to be finishing it. I'm really, really excited to be able to take on new projects, to be able to kind of hopefully dig more into my spirituality again, start reading for pleasure more, start reading more surrounding my spirituality. I feel like I haven't read a lot that really informs my spiritual practice in a really long time, and I'm really excited to get a chance to be more creative with that. And yeah, I'm excited for so many things because I'm going to have so much more time on my hands. I mean, obviously I want to go and get some kind of job when I finish. I would like to start earning some money, but I still am going to have just so much headspace. It's going to be really liberating, and yeah, I'm really hoping that that is going to give me a chance to make more interesting videos and so on as well. So I was editing this video and I just realized that I forgot to mention something that I wanted to touch on in this video, and that was I uploaded a video about 3 or 4 weeks ago on knowledge and truth or something like that, and I didn't realize for about 2 weeks, because I didn't upload a video then the week after that, I didn't realize for 2 weeks that the video was actually corrupted and it wasn't playing back properly for people. I think some of you were able to watch some of it, but yeah, there was a problem with it, and I took it down, I made it private, and I said that I would re-upload it over the weekend. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that because it turned out that the actual video file was corrupted. I thought that maybe there was a problem when I uploaded it to YouTube. Turns out that the actual video file itself was corrupted. So unfortunately, I had already deleted all the original files, and there's absolutely nothing I can do. I can't re-edit the video. So I'm going to shoot that video again at some point in the future. I'm not sure when. I'm going to have another think about the topic, and I'm probably going to, I don't know, have forgotten most of what I said, and maybe I'll have totally new things to say, but yeah, I will remake that video, but I'm going to leave it a few weeks so that it's not too repetitive, just for any of you who did manage to watch some or most of that video. So I think that's pretty much it. I really just wanted to check in, give you a little bit of an update, say that I'm thinking of you all, and that I really hope that you are taking care of yourselves. And yeah, just let me know in the comments how you're doing, and yeah, just be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and yeah, let's just hope that the second half of 2020 might be a little bit less chaotic than the first half is panning out to be. It's definitely not what I was expecting. None of this has been what I was expecting at all, and I'm sure that we can all pretty much say that. But I'm just, trying to stay optimistic as much as possible. I think right now that is really just all we can do. So yeah, take care, and I will talk to you next week about the equinox.